Happy Wednesday, everybody. We're talking cornerbacks and then safeties. And then it's training camp. What is up, Finn fans? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. You guys have 2 more days to sign up for the preseason ticket giveaway, the home game. Game number 1, August 11th versus the Atlanta Falcons. The link will be in the description. Let me check real quick, right? Last time I checked, it was like around 3 something. Let's check now and see how many of you guys have signed up. I want to make sure everyone has an opportunity to sign up. We are sitting at 468, so we gained like another 100, you guys. So if you want to be part of the ticket giveaway, there's 3 chances to win. You're getting 2 tickets linked in the description. The very first one, it literally says ticket giveaway. Just go, click on it. You got to be subscribed. So if you haven't yet, subscribe if you want to be part of the giveaway. Give me your name, your email, and then on Sunday night when I record Monday's video, you will get an email saying that you won. And then when you hit me up, when you email me back, I'm going to send you the tickets. Bing, bang, boom, you're done. So again, link in the description. So we're going to be talking cornerbacks today. We're almost done with the camp battle position hippity-dippity breakdown, and we're at corner now, and I like our cornerback position. I think, like the wide receivers, it's very deep. Now, speaking of the corners, Jeremy Fowler of ESPN he's coming out with lists of the top 10 for this week, right? I think Friday quarterbacks, it's like he's going from like defense to offense. I'm going to break down and I'm going to make a video. That might be a video that comes out either probably Friday or maybe even Saturday. But he's done so far pass rushers, he's done corners, and I think he's like into offensive line and yada yada. I'm going to fully break down the whole thing, right? However many Dolphins are where, I'm going to break it down. And why am I going to break it down? Because the way he's doing it is the ranking is by executives, players, scouts, and coaches. So it's kind of like the top 100, but it's top 10 of each position. So this isn't his opinion on players. This is executive, players, scouts, and coaches are ranking these people. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because since today we're talking about corners, you got Jalen Ramsey is number 3, and you have Xavier Howard, technically number 11 in honorable mentions. The Miami Dolphins are the only team on here who have 2 corners. Am I seeing that right? Panthers, Seahawks, Bills, Jeffs. Yeah. Miami Dolphins are the only ones that have 2 corners on there. And that's our starting corners. And again, ranked by executive players, scouts, and coaches. This isn't Jeremy Fowler being biased, or this isn't it's a full-on ranking. So again, I'm going to do a video when he does all of the players' rankings. I'm going to do a video looking at how many Dolphins are where and who got honorable mentions and yada yada. But I thought this was really interesting that Jalen Ramsey's 3rd and Xavier Howard is honorable mention, technically right outside the top 10. So we're going to be talking about corners today, which in my opinion, I think is incredibly deep. So let me pop up the image of all the corners we have. We have Justin Bethel, Ethan Bonner, Tino Ellis, Xavier Howard, Noah Igbenogany, Kader Kohu, Nick Needham, Jalen Ramsey, Cam Smith, Bryce Thompson, and Trill Williams, which is interesting because they have Trill Williams ranked at corner, and there's some DBs, and this is where they have him ranked at corner, but from what I'm hearing during OTAs and minicamp, he's been with the safeties, Trill Williams. So he might be moving around. And then there's some other guys who are ranked or who are labeled as defensive backs, DBs, that from what I'm hearing is getting rotated around. So with Vic Fangio's defense, it's very interchangeable with these safeties and corners. So like I said, like I normally do, we're going to run down the list, kind of talk about these guys, and then I'm going to talk about where the battle is. Now, before I even get to the list, the battle is for slot, and the battle is to make the roster. Because Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey are our 1-2 corners, or our 1-1, 1A, 1B, or 1-1 corners, whatever you want to say. So you start with Justin Bethel. I had no idea that Justin Bethel is a 12-year vet I thought the Dolphins I thought he was like an undrafted free agent a few years ago. I thought he was younger. Justin Bethel is a 12-year vet. And in those 12 years, he's only had 5 interceptions. Now, he did a few good things here and there last year. I remember yelling his name out while watching games, and I was happy about the moves he made. 12 years. Then you have Ethan Bonner, who is an undrafted free agent out of Stanford. Then you have Tino Ellis, again, another journeyman guy. He joined the Miami Dolphins in October of last year. Then you got Xavier Howard. Now, Xavier Howard had a bad year last year, whether it was the nagging groin injury, whether it was in a defense where he was constantly put out on an island, whatever it was, he had a bad year last year. But he still had some pretty good stats, right? He had 2 interceptions, not great. His 2020 year was fantastic. If you go back and watch his 2020 year, he was top ranked in quarterback rating when targeted. He had number 1 in interceptions with 10. He was number 1 in PFF. Like, he was just great. But this year, 2 interceptions, was tied for 27th. He gave up 6 touchdowns, which was tied for 6th. When targeted, he had a 114.6 quarterback rating. That was 4th worst. 12 pass breakups, which was really good, actually. That's where, he gives some good stats. 12 pass breakups, that was the 3rd most. And forced incompletions, essentially, punching that ball out, really getting in there. 18th, tied for 8th. So that's not bad. He was physical and he was on the ball, but other than that, it was like, hey, what a bad year from Xavier Howard last year. I'm hoping it was just the groin injury, and I'm hoping he does bounce back, especially having Jalen on the other side. Hopefully they do feed off each other. You already noticed as soon as the Dolphins went out and traded him, they got together, gave him a tour of the building, they went to a game together. Like, they're getting that camaraderie going. Hopefully that is something that they can build on, because he needs to get back to 2020 for him. I'll take 2019 for him. I'll take 2016 for him, when he was a youngin' and he picked off Tom Brady 2 times. Was that 2016? No, that was 2018 when he picked off Tom Brady 2 times on that Monday night game. Just not last year. Then we have Noah Igbinoghene, and I say it that way because I feel bad for him. I think when he got taken 30th, even he was like, me? Like, that was a reach. And whoever decided on that pick will never know. It was a reach. He had that 1 interception last year to seal the victory over the Steelers. And we're all like, boo-boo. And I was even like, I'm not going to talk about Noah for a week. He deserves that, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know if he makes the team, if I'm honest with you. Then we have Kader Kohou, undrafted free agent last year. He is 3rd among next gen stats as a top coverage corner in 2022. 3rd among next gen stats as a top coverage corner in 2022. He was targeted 115 times. I'm going to say that one more time. Kader Kohou last year was targeted 115 times. That is the 2nd most among every single cornerback that played last year. 115 times this guy was targeted, and he only gave up a six. And this isn't great, give up percentage, but 64.3%. It's not that bad. It's middle of the pack, essentially, is what I'm trying to get to. I think it was ranked in the 20s, and he was 10 pass breakups, which was tied for 10th, kind of coinciding there. But the fact, again, I'm going to repeat it one more time. The fact that Kader, was targeted 115 times, 2nd most in the NFL, and he was 3rd in coverage corners. What a diamond in the rough we found, right? I just can't. Then we got Nick Needham. He was hurt last year. I brought him back. I really do like Nick Needham. I was kind of critical of him the year we brought him in, undrafted free agent, but he has shown that he can be very solid. I do like Nick Needham. Then obviously, we got the trade for Jalen Ramsey. A lot of people want to say Jalen Ramsey's washed, but yes, these people, Jalen Ramsey isn't washed. And again, these are executive players, scouts, and coaches. He is third ranked, but people want to say he's washed because they're bitter he went to the Miami Dolphins. 7th last year in PFF grade with 77.8. He had 4 interceptions, which was tied for 6th in the NFL. He did give up a few touchdowns. He gave up 7 touchdowns, which was tied for 2nd. He had a 98.6 passer rating when targeted, 22nd, tied for 22nd. So essentially the worst would be number 1, and he was tied for 22nd. Not too bad. 11 pass breakups, tied for 6th. The only thing I really see here that I'm like, ugh, is those touchdowns. He gave up 7 touchdowns. He's got to do better there. But again, I'll pop it up one more time for you. The NFL executive players and scouts and coaches think the man is the third best corner going into 2023. But people want to say he's washed. I just hear bitterness. Then we have Cam Smith, who is our 2nd round pick, 51st overall. I will say this, 9th corner taken. Pre-draft, they had him ranked 5th best corner, and overall out of top 100, 32nd. Miami Dolphins got a steal getting him when they got him, and I think that's the reason they took him, and I think that's the reason why you kind of saw Mike McDaniel like, all right, we'll take it, and then he was happier for Devon A-Chain because that's his guy. Cam Smith, I'm hearing good things about him. I'm hearing good things in OTA and minicamp. I'm hearing that the reason he kind of fell is he does have maturity issues and off the field issues. So those are things he needs to work on, and he needs to learn from 2 of the best in the game, from Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey. But I have high hopes for him. Let's see how that all pans out. Then we have Bryce Thompson, who came from the XFL. He was an undrafted free agent in 2021 from the New Orleans Saints. I'm hearing very good things about him, and a lot of people are intrigued to see what he can do. And like I said, Trill Williams, who's safety corner, but they have him listed as corner, but could be safety-esque. Injured also with Nick Needham last year, but again, was doing very well in training camp, and the defense was looking really good on the secondary. That's the rundown of the corners we have. Now, where the battle is that 3rd cornerback spot, the slot cornerback spot. To me, it's Kader Kohou's job to lose. The man, again, was 3rd among next-gen stat top coverage corners after being targeted for the 2nd most, 115 times. To me, it's Kader Kohou's job to lose. Like, if I had to pick right now your starting lineup in a nickel formation, I have Xavier Howard, I have Jalen Ramsey, and I have in the slot Kader Kohou. And I think he's going to thrive in the slot because he's not put out on an island out wide, and he can really, do his thing being the 3rd best coverage corner in 2022 after being targeted 115 times. Then there's Nick Needham. There's Cam Smith. There's Trill Williams. To me, the battle to make the roster is between Justin Bethel, Ethan Bonner, Tino Ellis, Noah Benogany, and Bryce Thompson. To me, those are the guys who are fighting to make that roster, right? Say none of them make it. You have cornerback depth that is Xavier Howard, Kader Kohou, Nick Needham, Jalen Ramsey, Cam Smith, and Trill Williams. I like that. I think that is very good. I think that depth is very good. And again, the way these guys make the roster, special teams. You got to make it on special teams. Again, Justin Bethel being a 12-year vet surprised the crap out of me. But everyone else, if I had to pick, if you were like, Doug, who makes the roster? And again, they got to go from 90 to 53. There's a one-day cut, and that video will be coming a day or two before the cuts start to happen. But I can really see the corners they keep again. Xavier Howard, Kader Kohou, Nick Needham, Jalen Ramsey, Cam Smith, Trill Williams. I'm going to say Bryce Thompson. I'm going to say 7. So in my opinion, I don't think Noah makes it. I don't think Tino makes it. I don't think Ethan makes it. And I don't think Justin Bethel makes it. I think Noah got chance after chance after chance. I'd be surprised if he makes it. He will be claimed and he'll play for somebody else. But he just hasn't shown anything. for 3 years. He just hasn't shown any glimpse of, okay, we can trust this guy. And again, the Steelers game, he did have the interception to seal it, but outside of that, it was like, I didn't see anything there. But comment below. Who do you think makes it out of, Justin Bethel, Ethan Bonner, Tino Ellis? The lock-ins are Xavier Howard, Cater, Jalen Ramsey, Cam Smith. Those are your lock-ins. Everyone else can be interchanged when it comes to Bryce Thompson, Trill Williams, Nick Needham, Noah, Tino Ellis, Ethan Bonner, and Justin Bethel. You comment below. Give me your 6. Give me your six or 7 that make the team. Comment below, and I'm going to get to one of you guys' comments of the day. And this comment comes from John Buckle, and he says, comment of the day. I love the speed McDaniels is building this offense with. However, after Gesicki moving on, who is going to be Miami's big red zone go-to target? And a very good comment. So what I did is I went and I looked at the receivers and the tight ends we have, and you'd be surprised, right? Robbie Chosen is 6'3". Eric Izukoma, 6'2". Tyler Croft, he's 6'6". Sorbert is 6'5". Durham Smythe is 6'6", and then Higgins that we picked up in the 6th round is 6'3". Now Sorbert, a lot of people are wondering if he's another Durham Smythe type. No. The thing that was talked about with him coming out of college was size and speed. He has the drop C's, but again, that was a few years ago. And he doesn't really focus on the run too much. But now all of a sudden, that's not a narrative with him coming to the Dolphins after being in the NFL for a few years. So there are big target guys. Tyler Croft, again, 6'6". Sorbert, 6'5". Durham Smythe, 6'6". So you have still those really tall tight ends that can get up and get the ball. Now Gesicki had the hops that helped him get up even more. But here's the thing when it comes to red zones. I want a run game. Regardless if we get Cook or not, I want a run game. I want to get to the red zone and I want to run the ball in. I don't want to be constantly throwing it. I want to take over the game. I want to have a high, I think our red zone conversion percentage was pretty high last year. I'll look it up real quick. But I want to run the ball. I want to take over games. And that's how you do it. Red zone. Yeah, we were 10th. We were 10th in the NFL. And when we got to the red zone, 60% of the time, we scored. So we were 10th in the NFL. So we still scored when we got into the red zone. It was just we had a hard time getting to the red zone. I want to run the ball. But we do have, to answer your question, we do have tall guys. You get Chosen, you get Eric Izukoma out there, Tyler Croft, Sorbert, Smythe, even Higgins. You could put somebody out there, put 2 of them out there, and all of a sudden you throw the jump ball, have them go up and get it. So I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried about the offense when it comes to the red zone, because again, last year we were ranked 10th in the red zone, which is pretty good.
Hyundai Santa Fe versus Honda Passport. Look what Santa Fe has and what Passport.
Pretty good. But that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoy it. I will see you tomorrow with another video. I hope you're enjoying these daily uploads. I usually during the off season around this time only do like 3 videos a week. I've been pumping out sometimes 6 for you guys, but it's fun to me and I love this. And if I got information to give you, I'm going to give it to you. So I will see you guys tomorrow. But like usual, stay classy. My fins up.